helpful to you and bring it back at home and try to emulate it. Kind of work, stick by it. If it doesn't, uh,
All right, good afternoon and asante sana for joining us this the 14th day of March. It's a wonderful afternoon, and of course just like always every Saturday it's time to put on those sporty shoes and let's have some sporty action across various sporting disciplines, from football, athletics, rugby. We talk about baseball and everything that concerns sports. And of course, this particular week, a lot has really happened. And of course, we're just fresh from heartbreak. That's why nimevaa blue in solidarity with my team, Chelsea. That was a thorough punishment. 5-2 in the Champions League, first leg. But you know what, guys? Kuna second leg. And this is football. You really can't tell what will happen within the 90 minutes. But all in all, we stand even with our brothers, Manchester City, 3-0. Wow, my goodness. Football is so crazy nowadays. It's amazing how things stand. English teams, after qualifying for the round of 16, saizi wanaona fire huko the round of 16s. Tunajua Arsenal pia waliponea kidogo, kama si ref sasa pia tungekuwa tunaongea story nyingine. But nonetheless, Tottenham, Chelsea, Manchester City, well, they had a very bad week, and we hope that now that we have weekend fixtures watajiredeem in their previous English Premier League matches that will be played today on Saturday and of course tomorrow. But there is something amazing going on. I'm talking about the WRC 2026. This is the third edition, the third round of the season of the WRC. And of course, this time round, to abandon the normal tradition where it starts here in Nairobi, then msafara na head all the way to Naivasha, or if you prefer the acronym VASHA. But this time round, the excitement all began in Naivasha, where drivers, of course, tested their mental ability and, of course, their terrain, their resistance in this very unpredictable Naivasha. And, of course, the weather is very unpredictable. The same case, the wildlife in Vasha are very unpredictable. And this is where the WRC toughest machines are tested to the ultimate core of it. So this is one of the most amazing sporty action that we have in this particular weekend. Remember, it began on the 12th of March and inaenda all the way to the 15th of March. So ukiwa na time, if you have time, money, resources, make your way to Vasha and have this, the ultimate experience of the WRC. Kama huwezi spend your money wisely uko Vasha, then pesa yako utatumia wapi? You understand? So that is the beauty of it. The WRC 2026 edition is quite amazing and crazy. Make your way there and of course have a glimpse of sporty action venye na happen live on location. Wachana hizi vitu umezoea kuonaona kwa TV, unaona gari kitoa vumbi, unadhani sijui uko peponi. Saa you have a chance to actually experience it live on location. So that is all about the WRC, and of course we'll be bringing you up to speed with what to expect, the day's event, and of course the calendar, the way things are standing, ni nani ana enjoy right now. But there is some very beautiful pictures about this, the WRC, and you can see this is totally crazy and hell. You can imagine driving where your vision is completely blur, you don't know where you are heading, because the weather is pretty bad. And this is the beauty of it all, because at the end of the day, lazima navigate through this very dangerous terrain, and of course the weather is not friendly, and this is just the beauty of the WRC. And at the end of the day, lazima tutakuwa na a winner and a loser. I did make it to be the most amazing part of it. Anyway, so this is the last regular season of the Kenya Cup, and of course tuko na a lot of fixtures lined up for today, and these fixtures actually they are currently underway 6 minutes after the kickoff. And of course this is the determinant. This will determine who will finish top, and of course will be fighting for relegation battle. So remember, the top 6 teams will automatically qualify, or rather the 2 top teams will automatically qualify for the playoffs, but number 1 and number 2 will get direct ticket to the semis. So the 3rd team all the way to the 6th team will fight for a place to compete with the 2 top teams. And today is the decider of it all. Remember, this is the last matches of the regular season before now we head to the playoffs of the Kenya Cup. And of course we have a very detailed analysis in regard to these particular matches, and of course what to expect, and who do you think will be matching all the way to the finals. And of course we have 2 of the most dominant teams currently heading the poll. The team that heads the log is Kabras Sugar, followed by KCB. Then we have Menengai Oilers. So Menengai Oilers will be taking on the defending champions, that is Kabras Sugar, in a battle of the Titan. Stakes are pretty high. So apart from that, tuko na Kenya Premier League, we have the English Premier League action, and of course I have a very amazing guest who will be here just to bring us up to speed, to give us an in-depth analysis of weekend's fixtures, and of course the midweek fixtures, and what to expect in regard to that. But first thing first, let me take you through some of the news that will be forming the basis of our show today. Matters rugby. Now, the Kenya Cup, the final day of the regular season in the Kenya Cup, comprises high stakes across the board, with match day 11 set to determine who finishes at the top of the table and the fate of teams battling to avoid relegation. Headlining the weekend's fixture is the much anticipated Rai Derby at the SK Showground in Kakamega, where log leaders Kabra Sugar RFC will host Menengai Oilers. Meanwhile, KCB will be keen to end the regular season on a high when they face the Athi River-based side Daystar Falcons. Elsewhere in Nairobi, Impala RFC host Nanded Script in the Ngong Road Derby at the Impala Club, while Kisumu RFC will welcome Blackblood, who are determined to cement their place in the playoffs. Strathmore Leos take on Kenya Harlequins at Strathmore Sports Complex. Now, let's switch gears now from matters rugby to athletics. Now, Athletics Kenya has announced combined national trials for both the Africa Senior Athletics Championship and the World Athletics Relays that will commence on the 9th to 11th of April 2026 at Ulinzi Sports Complex in Nairobi. And as international athletics calendar gathers momentum, focus now shifts to 2 key continental and global competitions: the World Athletics Relays scheduled for 2nd and 3rd May 2026 in Gaborone in Botswana, and the Africa Senior Athletics Championship slated for 12th to 17th May in Accra, Ghana. All right, now from athletics, now let's switch gears to matters baseball. And now youth across the country have been encouraged to embrace baseball, a fast-growing sport in Kenya, or rather in the country, not only as a way to stay physically fit, but also as a potential avenue for learning a livelihood, or rather earning a livelihood. Now, the Softball Federation of Kenya is currently conducting a 3-day intensive training for 60 coaches from the coast region at the Technical University of Mombasa. The training focuses on key aspects of the game, including specialized hitting, rapid fielding, and precise throwing techniques. SFK Vice Chairperson Lewis Tekei said that the federation is committed to expanding the sports through capacity building for coaches. He noted that similar training programs have already been held in Nairobi, Embu, and Embu counties.
Kwa sasa ndio tunang'ang'ana ingia mashinani, but wale wanaicheza sana ni watu wa university, ndio wanaicheza huu mchezo, na clubs chache ambaye pia zinacheza huu mchezo. Lakini kwa sababu ndio tumeanza, ndio unaona sababu hii tuko na walimu kutoka primary, secondary, ndio juhudi tunaifanya iende kule mashinani. Baseball 5 especially imeanza around 2022. Na last year tumekuwa na senior team ilienda Zambia for World Cup qualifier. Team pia imeenda Italy for the same, but so far in East Africa we are ranked number 1. I think in the world we are ranked around number 8. Yeah, so far so good. In East Africa we are number 1, and in the world we are number 8. That tells you something is happening and the progress is going on well. We already have around almost 10 universities playing the game. Na sasa ndio naenda kule chini, and with these 3 counties already doing it, we are sure we are in the good note and a good step. Especially mchezo wa baseball 5 ni mchezo ambaye hauhitaji gharama, kwa sababu unahitaji mpira tu na sehemu kama hii. So hii mchezo utakuwa mwepesi sana kuifundisha kule mashinani kuliko zile mchezo zingine tunaifundisha, because hii iko under the umbrella of softball. So hii itaenda haraka kwa sababu hatuhitaji equipments za kucheza.
I'm training them and just try to transfer as much knowledge as possible in just a short period of time, which 3 days are very limited time frame for me. But I'm sure if they will master what we're gonna do in these 3 days, they will have the opportunity to work hard with the players, try to contribute to increase the level, technical level of players in Kenya, because I have a big hope for this country in this discipline. Nairobi was amazing. I was able to train with the national team coaches and some of the national team players. I see the national team playing different World Cups already, and I can tell you the talent is there. It's just a matter of compete, make experience, and work on those small things that at the end make a big difference. Baseball 5 in Africa is getting bigger and bigger every year. The competition is becoming to be tough. So every region now, WBSC Africa actually divide the country in 3 macro areas, which they play regional qualifier in order to qualify for African Championship, which means more countries involved, and that means the level is going up, and when the top from each macro area compete each other, is a very, very good event. Last year was Tunisia, Kenya, Zambia, Cape Verde, South Africa, those kind of national teams which are the top in the country. And you know, players get better when they compete against the other good players. So in this way, the level here is increasing very fast.
All right. Now let's talk matters football. Now the former Harambee Stars head coach Jacob Ghost Mulee has welcomed the settlement of historical dues by the Football Kenya Federation amounting to 1.9 million accrued during his tenure with the national team. The payment forms part of the ongoing efforts by the Football Kenya Federation to address legacy obligations in line with commitment to good governance and accountability, as well as broader focus on financial responsibility and reforms.
My debt in the Federation has run from 2013 when I was the technical director, and I was very disappointed because since 2013 there have been a lot of promises. But since the new federation came in, I spoke with the President Hussein, and he told me that he's going to look into the matter. And I'm so happy that it has taken a bit of time, but finally the bill has been settled. And I'm happy. I want to thank President Hussein for coming in and keeping his word, because just after the election I followed him, even when he was there, and he said, goes to Sijali, ndakulipa pesa yako, na make sure kwamba umelipa pesa yako yote. So I just want to say thank you to him and the Federation, and also he just instructed the people in the Federation to take on my matter, and slowly they have been able to clear. So I'm very happy that that has come to pass, and I'm also happy the way the Federation is running things. The other day we had a curriculum meeting where we talked for 2 days with experts on how to improve Kenyan football. Then I'm seeing the scouting program going on with Francis Kimanzi. There's a lot that is happening positively. Now I'm seeing McCarthy in Europe trying to look at the players with Kenyan origin. So a lot of things are happening positively. So I want to believe that this is a new beginning, but yet there's a lot to be done in the Federation. We also need to know which is the way forward of Kenyan football. I mean, is there a vision plan? What is the mission and all that? But I want just to say I'm now settled in my mind. I can be able to focus on other matters. So I want to thank the Federation through the President, having made that the Federation is running without him, maybe just his instruction, and the other things are running well. When you come into the office, I know they came in and they had a lot of debts, I think approximately 600 million. They've tried to talk to people they owe money, and they have made a plan that we are going to use this way to settle the dues. And that is a good thing. I mean, my joy would also be when the Federation is out of debt. Previously, I've been made promises and talked to different department, finance, saying this, but it never happened. But this time, when the Federation said on such a date we are going to settle, it was settled, and through the professional way, through the financial channels, not somebody giving their own check, no, through the Federation mechanics, where finance department says this, then you go to the bank and you find that that has been fulfilled. And that is the way corporates run. And I want to thank Hussein for bringing a corporate kind of mentality in the Federation, that you are promised something is going to happen, and it happens the way it should happen. So I would like other people to follow that. I don't want to mention about other people who owe me money, but I think that is the way. You keep your promise and you run it in a professional manner. Not at all. They just asked me how much are you owed. I gave my paperwork, and the finance department processed my paperwork. They confirmed that this is actually the amount owed, and then they processed it, and then they had a call and said, just check, give us your account number, then a particular date will push so much money into your account, and they have kept their word. And that's the way it should be able to be run. Not to I know a lot of people have been frustrated in football in this country, the referees, coaches and all that, but if you keep your promise and you deal in a professional manner, then everybody will be happy and football will be happy at the end of the day, and football wins. Well, if there is any pending bills that is owed by the Federation, just talk to them. I mean, and they will keep a promise. They will tell you, we are able to pay you if your papers are correct. Whatever you are owed, you have a black and white paper, then you can always claim. And I like it because when the President says he'll do something, he does it. And that is a new beginning, actually.
All right, still matters football. Now, Mau Summit VTC were crowned this year's Vocational Training Center champion for Nakuru chapter after thrashing Kamara 3-0 in the boys soccer final, while Elbagon were crowned volleyball champion after defeating Cheptulu 3-1. The tournament, organized by Nakuru County, aims to sensitize the students against drugs and substance abuse, beside giving them opportunity to showcase their talent and market the institution.
Mchezo ya ball games yenye huwa tunafanya kila mwaka tuweze market shule zetu. Kama market shule tu kwa mchezo, pia ni njia mzuri mwafaka yenye ina market institution zetu, ndio vijana waweze kujiunga nayo, waweze kupata courses zenye zinafundishwa kwa institution. For example, tuko na courses za motor vehicle mechanic, tuko na hairdressing and design.
Kwa Justin, mfunzo wa Molo. Kwa hiyo game ijakuwa rahisi. Kwanza sisi ni God na pia na players kujituma. Okay, next tuangangana pole pole. Tunasema we trust the process. Si ndio?
Ndio.
Hivyo tuna push tu. One game at a time. Tujue ni aje. Tuwezi cheza game zote once. We take one game at a time.
Right now, officials from the Football Kenya Federation Mombasa chapter are now exploring strategies to support local football clubs facing financial difficulties as part of broader effort to strengthen grassroots football in the coastal region. FKF leaders says many community-based clubs are struggling to sustain operations due to limited sponsorship, inadequate funding, and rising costs associated with competing in national leagues. These financial pressures have affected players' welfare, training programs, and clubs' ability to travel for matches. Proposed measures include structured partnership with private sponsors, closer collaboration with county authorities, and the development of income-generating activities or initiatives for clubs.
Ni kuwa clubs zinapata shida masala ya usafiri na masala mingi zaidi katika wakiparticipate kwenye league. Kwa hivyo governor amekuja na suluhisho moja kubwa zuri, ambapo pia ametuambia kwa jumla sote officials ambao sote tuko hapa leo, ni kuwa ametuhakikishia kuwa very soon tutafanya harambee moja kubwa sana kwa club zote za Mombasa kwa jumla. Na tayari ameweka tayari kamati ambayo special ya kuviboresha vile viwanja ambavyo viko hususan vile vya skuli, na yuko tayari bomu anytime ataifungua rasmi, na tutafanya kazi kama FKF pamoja na county league.
Kweli kama timu zile ambazo zinashiriki katika ligi za juu za daraja la kwanza na NSL na Premier League zimekuwa na challenge kubwa upande wa usafiri, kwa sababu ukitoa timu hapa kupeleka Nairobi unatumia over 150,000. So kama county government inaweza kutusaidia na basi tutashukuru sana, because utapata zile timu zitakuwa zinaweza kupata tu mafuta ya kuweka gari na pengine usafiri wa yule dereva allowance yake, na zinaweza kwenda vizuri. Secondary, katika upande wa viwanja, county government inaboresha kiwanja cha Ziwani na kiwanja cha Muhima. Sitakuwa katika FIFA standard. Unapata kuwa governor ametuambia katika ile standard wanataka kuiweka hata wakati wa AFCON, zile teams ambazo zitakuwa zinacheza AFCON katika Kenya zitakuwa zinatumia hizo viwanja kwa mambo ya training. So unaona pia itatusaidia katika kufanya ile sports tourism. Wakati zile teams zimekuja huko, utapata zitaleta faida kubwa, na pia imemgusa sana akijua kuwa tuko na timu nyingi karibu 100 na tuko na very limited grounds ama pitches. So amesema katika ile department ya infrastructure wamesema watatenga supplementary budget kutoka kwa county assembly so that waweze kuboresha zile viwanja ziweze kupigwa grading na ziweze kuwekwa katika standard ambazo zinaweza kucheza mechi zetu za county na hata za national league.
Kwa sababu timu nyingi zimekuwa hata zinapeana walkover, zingine zinachangisha mpaka hata pesa ifike ya kusafiri, lakini vile tunaenda mbele tukiangalia ili tatizo linaenda kutatuliwa na gavana wetu Abdul Swamad, kwa sababu ametualika leo na akatuongelesha na akatuambia jinsi vile tutakaa chini tujipange tusaidie hizi timu, kwa sababu tuko na timu nyingi. Angalia kama timu za Division 1 pia ziko na shida, ukiangalia Mombasa Stars kusafiri kwao ni shida, Simba Parel pia kusafiri ni shida. Ukiangalia timu zingine zimeshuka. Mwaka jana tulikuwa na timu nyingi katika Division 2, lakini timu nyingi zimeshuka sababu ya ufadhili. Unapata mtu ana wachezaji wazuri, hii first leg second leg ana wachezaji kwa sababu anakuambia wachezaji wameenda kwa wanatafuta vile vilabu ambao wanalipwa. Wakimaliza game wakirudi nyumbani hakuna hata allowance, kwa sababu unapata timu imeteseka kutafuta fare, vile wachezaji watafika uwanjani, vile referee atalipwa. So unapata mchezaji akishamaliza game akirudi nyumbani hana kitu ya kurudi nayo. So unapata wachezaji wengi wamekimbia, wameenda kucheza nje kwa sababu wanaangalia mali wanalipwa. Sasa kitu tunaomba tukipata usaidizi wa government yetu hapa na mtu yoyote ambaye mdhamini yoyote anaweza jitokeza atusaidie, tutashukuru, kwa sababu ili tupate kuhifadhi wachezaji wetu na timu zetu za Mombasa, kwa sababu zimerudi chini, ili zipate kuwa nyingi vile zilikuwa.
Right, so those sentiments is just a mirror of what is happening in the country. The struggle from teams, the struggle of teams from Mombasa is the same struggle of most teams in the country and all over, you know, our republic. So we do hope that those strategies will actually work, and maybe players will enjoy playing football. Now let's dive into Kenya Premier League action. Now APS Bomet will be hoping to register back-to-back victory in the SportsPesa Premier League when they face, or rather when they take on 15th placed Bidco United in a high-stake encounter to stay out of relegation danger. Another matches lined up for today in the Kenya Premier League. Bandari FC will rather take on Mara Sugar at Mbaraki Stadium, while FC Leopards will be seeking to close the gap on league leaders Gor Mahia when they travel to Mathare United. On Sunday, Shabana FC will welcome Kariobangi Sharks at Guzi Stadium as Tusker FC plays host to Kakamega best side Kakamega Homeboys. At the same time, Gor Mahia will travel to Ulinzi Complex to take on Ulinzi Stars in a match day 24, among other fixtures lined up for today. And still in this Kenya Premier League, of course, the early kickoff was against that is Sofapaka against Nairobi United, and of course Nairobi United won the match with a solitary goal, that is 1 goal. Then APS Bomet vs Bidco United and Bandari FC vs Mara Sugar. As things stands, Bidco vs APS Bomet, it is 1-1. Then Bandari FC vs Mara Sugar, stalemate draw. That is, those matches are currently underway as we speak. Now, in the English Premier League, now Chelsea will face, or rather will be hoping to bounce back from defeat following their midweek disappointment when they play host to Newcastle United in the English Premier League. At the same time, league leaders Arsenal will be keen to cement their title credentials at the summit of the English Premier League when they take on Everton at Emirates Stadium, as Pep Guardiola's men seek to return to winning ways when they travel to London Stadium to face off struggling West Ham United. On Sunday, Manchester United will rub shoulders against Aston Villa in a high-stake encounter as Tottenham Hotspurs travel to Anfield to face off Liverpool FC, among other fixtures lined up for this weekend. Alright, so we are taking a very short break. When we come back, it's all about sports review. We'll talk about matters football, matters rugby, and everything you need to know about sporty action. So it's 360-degree review of sporty action, both what happened during midweek, what is currently happening right now. Of course, remember we have a couple of fixtures in the Kenya Premier League that is currently underway. Others will be played later on. Other fixtures are scheduled for tomorrow on Sunday. And of course, in the English Premier League, early kickoff will be at exactly 6 p.m. East African time. Then we have big matches. Chelsea against Newcastle United. Remember, we have teams like Manchester United will be up against Aston Villa. Tottenham will face, Tottenham will face Liverpool. So this particular weekend we have big matches in the English Premier League. But don't forget, in the Champions League, quite a disaster. A lot of teams were really, punished, especially teams from the English Premier League. Chelsea, tano. Tottenham, tano. Manchester City, tatu mtungi. Wow. Arsenal, 1-1. My God. second leg sijui kama mambo itakuwa sawa, kama watajaribu ku overturn the 3-goal deficit, especially Chelsea 5-2, that is a 3-goal deficit, same case to Manchester City. So for you to qualify, 4 goals, is it attainable? 4-0 ine bila jibu, inawezekana for both teams, Manchester City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal pia, for them to qualify wanafaa wapige mtu 2-0. Hapo ndo kizungumkuti ama ni mchongoma, mambo iko hapo. Of course, we'll be discussing that with my guest who is already in the house, and of course after the break I'll be introducing him as we bring you up to speed with what you need to know about, sporty action in this particular week. Remember, midweek, and of course this particular weekend. So watch out to take this very short break. We'll be back.
Kila safari huanza kwa hatua moja. Bila shaka, dira ya Boresha Kilimo sasa imepata sura mpya. Boresha Kilimo si kipindi tu, bali ni darasa la vitendo kwa wakulima. Lengo kuu, mavuno bora na tija kwa jamii. Na ukikaa nasi basi utaboresha kilimo. Hapa tutakupakulia maarifa atakotia ladha ya kisukari kwenye mazao yako, tukitofautisha punje na mpunga. Kwani kilimo ndicho boresha maisha. Kuanzia maandalizi ya shamba, mbinu za teknolojia ya kisasa hadi sokoni, usikose kutazama Boresha Kilimo. Ukitaka kujua haya usipime kipimo. Ungana nami na hodha wako Akida Kasim kila siku ya Jumamosi saa 6:30 mchana na Jumanne asubuhi, nikikuletea shajara kamili za wakulima na suluhisho mashinani. Kilimo ni nguzo kubwa kwa ujenzi wa taifa, kwani kilimo ndicho boresha maisha. Kumbuka, ukipanda pantosha utavuna pankwisha.
My name is Jakub Petri. I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. And I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
We know life gets busy, but your well-being is of great importance. At KUTV's Focus on Health, we cut through the clutter, bringing you expert advice to keep you well informed for your well-being and that of your family. Every Thursday, 7:30 p.m., join me, Yvonne Kemuma, as we bring you health and wellness right at home.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mukwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu mwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia.
They find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated.
Inclusive setups.
By providing the right facilities.
Right, welcome back, and of course this is the second segment of the sports show. This is where we do sports review, and I have my very amazing guest hapa. First of all, wacha tu nikupatie the honor to introduce. I know this is your first time hapa, so welcome.
Thank you. I'm into sports management. I'm the co-founder of Afritech Sports Technology and the founder of GMA Global Sports and Business. Happy to be here.
Before now we dive into local sports review, maybe kutuweka tu sawa. You can tell us, unajua mtu akisikia sports lawyer, sports administration, sijui administrator, mtu anashangaa huyu sasa ndo mambo gani haya?
Sports in general is quite big. Many facets to it. So as a sports lawyer, my work is representing or working with athletes, federations, clubs, trying to ensure that they are compliant with the law. So kama ni Football Kenya Federation, we have the FIFA statute. We ensure that they're compliant with the rules. If it's in terms of being a FIFA agent, we ensure that you it's very well in terms of transfers, in terms of compliance with the clubs. Are you properly registered in line with the Sports Act? Are you compliant in terms of structure? Yeah, that's basically what we do as a sports player.
Okay. That is, the work of, sports lawyer, kazi ni representation. It's more than just to represent a player. So that is what I'm getting from this discussion. And of course, it's quite amazing. So many aspects in it. There is things to do with, sports technology and everything in between. So it's quite, really amazing in regard to this, and it's important to pay attention to the details, to know what is important and how you can tackle these things when it comes to sports administration, sports lawyer, and of course the technology that is required in this particular regard. And hiyo ndo sasa mambo halisi na kazi ya wakili wa sports lawyer. So before that, and we have a couple of matches going on, especially in the Kenya Premier League. The first early kickoff was against tulikuwa na what is this team that was playing in the early kickoff, and tulikuwa tuna follow briefly just to see team gani iko wapi na mambo iko aje. So early kickoff tulikuwa na Nairobi United against Sofapaka, of which the match may end in favor of Nairobi United. Then current matches that we are having right now, tuko na Mara Sugar, APS Bomet, hao ndo wanacheza. Mara Sugar against Bandari, then APS Bomet against Bidco United. So far stalemate draw. Mara Sugar na Bandari 0-0. Then APS Bomet, Bidco United 1-1. Then tomorrow in the Kenya Premier League, we have a couple of matches. Tuko na Shabana will be up against Kariobangi Sharks. Then Tusker, Kakamega Homeboys, inakaa fire hiyo. KCB will be up against Moranga Seals. Then Ulinzi Stars against Gor Mahia. Tutuongelee title race kidogo. FC Leopards na Gor walikuwa wanapelekana. I think there is a time the point difference they will separate these two teams.
Yeah.
But as we speak, the gap is 7.
Yeah. But at least FC have a game in hand. But with the current Gor's form, ni kama mambo inaendelea vizuri. I don't expect them to bottle the 7 points lead. But it will be interesting to see if AFC win their game in hand, and then we see what's developing. But I will be currently shocked at the current goals. Watu wataki kufunga mabao. Shida iko wapi? Ni 0-0, ni 1-0. Ligi imekuwa ngumu. Tufunge mabao so kwa hii weekend, lakini naona Gor wakishinda game yao against Ulinzi Stars. But it's surprising. Ulinzi kwani kuliendaje? Hapo kwa jedwali kidogo wanakaribia huko kwa APS huko chini. Itabidi wajikimu kidogo.
And talking about Ulinzi, this is a team wenye I think if you ask me, among the performing teams inafaa ikuwe hapo juu, because when you look at resources, in terms of resources wako nayo, I believe like Ulinzi Stars ni a team yenye ikitaka kununua player they will buy. The same case with Kenya Police. The likes of the money bags, we call them KCB, are teams that enjoy financial muscles in the Kenya Premier League. So in terms of performance, wanafaa kucheza na the likes of FC Leopards, Gor Mahia there at the summit of the Kenya Premier League. But I wonder, the team keeps on struggling. Sahi wana fight for their lives, especially pale kwa relegation battle. Tomorrow they'll be playing against league leaders Gor Mahia. You don't know results in the
but money isn't always everything in terms of sports, because if you study keenly or how these clubs are run, you can have the money, but what is your identity? This is what I think has helped a bit Gor and AFC. They have been long-standing since the 60s, 70s. But if you see the other clubs, at least when you have the money, first of all, as the management, look at your identity, then it helps you recruit properly. Once you also have that proper recruitment, you have also a good proper structure. Most clubs, when it comes to the transfer period, you release players, you already bring them in. These players don't properly gel in. They're not played together for a while, so it becomes a challenge when you're trying to challenge for the Kenya Premier League. So that's something I think maybe Ulinzi Stars have to look into once they survive relegation. Hopefully, we expect them to be at the top. Where we
and we still have a couple of matches to go. But for me, I wonder, when a team that has like almost everything that they want, like management, kosawa, support system, top notch, but to translate the support and of course the financial muscle into real results, that's now a big struggle. Kenya Police tried. They did what Gor does best. Waliona good players, wakaenda wakawasign. I remember there is a time they gutted Gor some of their best players, and it helped them win the Premier League. So I think they can borrow a leaf kwa the likes of Gor Mahia, the likes of Kenya Police, and try to see. And I'm talking about even clubs like KCB.
True, that can work, but I'm more of a long term. I think when I work with these clubs, I usually like, look, what is your strategy plan, like 5 years, 10 years? For sure, that can work for one season, but what about the next? Because it means if the other clubs plan their resources well, they can as well also take those players. So it will just be a merry-go-round. But we want to see where these clubs have sat down, plan their recruitment well, develop the right systems, then we see proper the challenging the status quo is properly progressing over the year. So for KCB and Ulinzi, I hope that the management keep that in mind. The recruitment system look at the long term. It will make them to challenge these bigger clubs well in the long run, because if they look at that, just the transfer period, just by the best players, to be just a short-term quick fix.
And let's talk about the lack of killer instincts in front of goals. I think the last time tuliona mtu ametandika mwingine at least mkono. In fact, that much, like, you could tell the atmosphere and the intensity. You know, every time Shabana kicheza with the likes of AC Leopards, Gor Mahia, that's a big match. A lot of emotion, and you know, you could tell now this is the match to watch.
And I hope to see that more. Burangasil, Pia, make your atmosphere go very hostile. We need such atmospheres in football. That's what will make even more fans to come in. We just hope that the match is not the hostile squeal is what our tiagas. We can manage them. We see even the international matches how they be. It's very passionate. Let's say in the derby, that's what we need to see more in our Kenyan space, and people will embrace it more.
And talking about now identifying our own culture, because I like what Shabana FC is doing. It's more of a community based support. And the amount of support is quite crazy. I think most of success of the team has been driven from the support from the fans. In terms of travel, how they turn up in stadium, especially when the matches are being played in Gusii Stadium. You could feel sometimes you can even lack seats.
Even some of the games here I've gone here in played here in Nairobi, here in Nyayo. So if we look at how we can also use that to our advantage, for example, let's say even the English Premier League, people, I hope people are aware that it's more of community based. Like, let's say the Scousers from Liverpool, they have that beef, let's say with the club from Manchester United, Arsenal. It's that community based support that now helps our club grow. So these clubs, when they're trying to mobilize the support, let's say they copy from Shabana. So Murangasil like assembles their support base very well. They make sure the community takes part in that club. They make them attached. Football is a business of exploiting people's emotions, and once they hack that, it becomes good. So they bring the community in, make sure they have their own talent, top talent apple or represent. It makes people want to come and see the games. And Shabana hacked it perfectly.
Okay. I think that's the way to go. Tumeona the likes of Gor nowadays ni dance too.
We should see more Turkana based club now trying to grow, and from Northeastern. It will help.
You're right. Quick prediction sasa tuone. What's your prediction? So currently as we speak, Bidco United versus that is wacha tuanze na Bandari versus Mara Sugar. Prediction yako?
I'll back my boys Bandari. I worked with them previously. I'm going for Mara are not in form, so I'll go for Bandari 1-0 win.
PS Bomet, Bidco United.
two struggling clubs. I predict a draw.
A draw.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, na both teams ni kama wako somewhere wanaweza fight for their dear life.
Yes. So watajituma wote, but a draw.
A draw.
Looks like a draw.
All right. So for tomorrow's fixtures, Shabana Kariobangi Sharks. Unaona kama Sharks wanaweza vuna kitu Gusii Stadium?
Sharks hii season wameniangusha. Shabana. Well, especially the home ground. Sidhani Kariobangi wataweza.
Tusker, Kakamega Homeboys.
A draw. For some reason, Kenya people tunapenda draws. I see a draw there. Yeah.
KCB Murang'a Seals.
Murang'a were out of form kidogo, but I think they picked a win last time. Yeah. I think Murang'a. Yes.
Then the last match of the match, Ulinzi Stars will be playing host to Gor.
Gor in a good form, yeah. So Gor.
All right. There is kuna another match today. It's already underway. Mathare United FC Leopards.
FC are trying to push for the title, so I think they'll take a win. But it will be a very difficult one.
It will be a very difficult match.
Yeah.
Haya, sasa to switch gears pale Uingereza kidogo, lakini wacha tuongelee ligi ya maklabu mabingwa Ulaya. Kwanza wewe ni supporter timu gani kwanza ndio tujue? Unajua lazima utangaze msimamo.
Kitambo mwaka uliopita singesema kwa nguvu, lakini mimi ni wa Manchester United.
Sasa wewe haikuhusu. Lakini pale champe mambo ilichemka. Tulianza na Tottenham. Pigwa ngapi? 5 kono. Wakapewa zao mbili wavute. Panguza machozi
kidogo.
Wednesday sasa ndo it was now mazishi kabisa. Real Madrid wakafanya mtu
Gay aliona mambo. Gay unajua
hapo
amecheza Champions League.
Altar boy.
Haaland.
Kijana tu ni flower girl.
Haaland amefunga mabao mawili ambayo si penalty in his last 17 matches. Amekuwa akipotea.
That match really exposed Manchester City. In fact, ukiangalia City na Real Madrid walikuwa on the same level. The fact that nasema wako on the same level, this the teams yenye bado zina struggle. If you ask me, the level of consistency in these teams I don't see. So wakimit ilikuwa ni on a clean slate on both sides.
We also saw the Pep syndrome, how we call it, how we overthink. Yeah, alieka Semenyo number 10, akaanza na Savinho, akaanza na Doku hapo ilikuwa sawa. Hapo 10 Semenyo labda angecheza right wing, angeanzisha cheki, sijui mbona alieka cheki bench. Juu sasa your front four wako wamecheza in that manner before, na unaenda katika kucheza na Real Madrid. I don't know. Pep, he's still the best coach, but I don't know. For some reason, in such kind of games, he tends to try a new thing. Yeah.
No wonder he's not. I think Pep Guardiola, when we talk about the great coaches, especially tukikuja now the special ones for Champions League, I think Pep, by all fairness, I don't think Kamana deserve a seat.
Winning Champions League is not easy. You could see before he eventually won it with Manchester City, how they were the best team. Man City used to be the best team, but for some reason that game against Tottenham, Lyon, Chelsea in the final, you could see like a pattern. And save for the 2009 and 2011, which was a very ridiculous Barcelona team. I think one of the best teams in history. Then before he won it, he could not win it with Bayern Munich, despite Bayern being the best team. I always tend to think that the Champions League, the most pragmatic team eventually wins. Just know how to win the games ugly, not necessarily with the best football. So
a team like Chelsea.
A team like Chelsea. You have to be very... How Tuchel did it. Oh, you're a Chelsea fan. Oh, my goodness. And that's something that makes me look like Arsenal. I think this season, it pains me to say it, but they've hacked how to win pragmatic. How Mourinho used to do it with Chelsea. How to win ugly.
Ugly. Oh, yes. In the Premier League?
Yes, the Premier League.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Looks like he'll win.
Yeah. But do you think Arsenal will actually,
the Champions League?
In the Champions League, challenge for something?
Their path is quite easy. It is up to them to lose. If the ball is now in their court, their route is more easy. They not meeting the other leg, which has Bayern.
The good book says an easy path leads to
that's the thing. So it's up to the mentality of the team. If they already buy into the belief that it's very easy, I think Bodo Glimt, Bodo Glimt might surprise them. They are actually a very good team.
Yeah. And let's talk about, of course, Liverpool. Yeah. It's expected. For me, if you ask me, that was very much expected. They struggle against Galatasaray in the second leg. We are not sure. But what really surprised me was PSG versus Chelsea match.
You also received 5.
Okay.
PSG have not been at their best.
5 is crazy.
Yeah, PSG have not put their best foot forward this season, but they really turned up in that game. But actually, they have outperformed their expected goals. The expected goals was 0.98. They scored 5. So that looks like a goalkeeping issue, and it's surprising why.
From Chelsea.
Yes, from Chelsea. Why they dropped Robert Sanchez and put Jorgensen in the goal. So it looks like a uphill task. There is no way you are scoring.
I think the coach is gambling.
Yeah,
the coach actually not even gambling. The coach is overthinking like Pep.
Yeah,
because really.
To be fair to the coaches, PSG is, I don't know, on their day, they're a very good team. Yeah. So I think the coach was expecting, to catch them off guard for some reason, but didn't work out.
For me, I think, this is a coach that his previous job, he was managing a club from France.
Yeah.
So he went with the mentality of how to tackle PSG from a France perspective.
Yeah, Strasbourg.
That one costed Chelsea. Because if you ask me, Chelsea is a team that they play, especially in the Champions League, they play quite a very beautiful football. They are very sober. But on that day, those guys were crazy.
Or maybe the big stage fright. I was frightened by the big stage.
No, but they have experience. They played in the previous one. Remember, PSG is a team that they met in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And they beat this PSG.
Yeah. I think they had to convert their chances. Chelsea had the better XG, expected goals. So they had the better chances to convert. And with playing against a team like PSG, you have to convert your chances. PSG, Real in the Champions League, you just have to convert. If not, they will just go. Somehow they find a way of scoring against you. Yeah.
And that is my worry in the second leg. We don't know how things will pan out, but we just hope things will turn out to be just okay for Chelsea. I love what Patia entertaining football.
Yeah.
I can imagine a scenario where sasa ni 5-2 in favor of Chelsea. Alafu sasa ngoma itambe. Twende extra. We enjoy the real football, full of emotions.
But risky. You'll have to go all out attack, and they are very deadly on the counter. You saw that Dembele goal.
The keeper was sleeping at the job. Anyway, so pretty quick before we wind it up now, let's take a look at English Premier League. So today's fixtures, this is game 30. 8 more to go. Today Burnley will be up against Bournemouth at exactly 6 p.m. East African time. Then we have Sunderland against Brighton. Then at that is 8:30 p.m. Chelsea vs Newcastle United. Ni moto ama
ni moto Newcastle, but your Chelsea is home, so I think Chelsea might pull out a win.
Chelsea inaweza fanya maji.
Inaweza fanya maneno hapo.
Who is the most outstanding player for Chelsea? Mwenye akikosa tu kunaweza kuwa na shida.
It's Kaisedo but shide lazima kule kadi. Kiatu.
Mi ala naona ni kama ni Joao Pedro. For that guy sayana score bwana for fun. Eh?
Yeah, indeed. Is he 11 goals in? Yeah. That's pretty impressive, yeah.
Very impressive from Brighton.
Yeah. But for me it's Kaisedo. Mwambie tu aje kucheza kiatu.
Atakuwa sawa. Arsenal Everton, easy one or tricky for?
Difficult win, but Arsenal will do a grind out. A 1-0 win.
1-0 win.
Kona tu kama kawaida. So unajua watu wako kichwa.
Yeah, you remember there was a poster before Arsenal vs Leverkusen.
Yeah.
No
kona pa.
And who scored? Nani aliscore kona?
Leverkusen walifunga kona.
Very crazy.
Yeah.
West Ham Manchester City.
You know what? I'll back West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah.
Ipige City.
Yeah, it's a bigger city.
Ni noma. Wacha tungoje tuone. Wacha turuka haraka Manchester United Aston Villa. Moto.
Hiyo race hiyo.
Gani?
Man United ushindi.
Aston Villa bana wamewazoea.
Aston Villa wako out of form.
Wamewazoea.
Tupigangi kwetu.
Kama kuna game yenye wanatoa nao machungu ni hii. Naona hii? Ile 4-1 yenye walipigwa na Chelsea. Hii ndio wanatoa nao machungu.
Vile watatoboa.
Unajua kitu moja, one thing about Manchester United, wakianza kupigwa paka season ishe.
But I'll recognize the fact like we've not been playing our best football, so itakuwa rahisi.
All right. Tunaambiwa muda imeisha. Let me just say asante sana, but just 30 seconds for your closing remarks.
In regards to the
general anything, hata unaweza tuma salamu nyumbani.
Asanteni sana kwa kutazama kipindi hii, na I can only say that urge all Kenyans, tafadhali mshike hata Kenya njezi. Itabia naona Wakenya waneno wanavaa jezi ya Manu kwa local Premier League. Let us embrace our local clubs. Let us embrace our national team. Let's embrace local sports. Our sports is growing at a rapid rate. Ingieni sports. I'll urge all of you, the sports space is growing. Take part in sports, and I wish you a happy weekend.
All right. Mimi sisemi kitu. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much for making time. Let's do this next time by the grace of God. Same place, same time. Until next time, do have a lovely weekend, and God bless Kenya.
It's more than just clothes. It's a statement, a feeling,